Hello, we are Eightfold Yoga, and we're going to take you through a gentle warm up. This warm up is designed, well, it can be a warm up for the day, but we're thinking in particular of creating warm ups that are to prepare ourselves for sitting, for seated posture work rather than standing posture work. Really important to get the hips open, to get the back relaxed, to get everything relaxed, because sitting with strain is not sitting, it's just pain and uncomfortable. So inviting you to take a comfortable seated posture, use a block or a cushion and lift up your tailbone a little bit, giving your pelvis a little bit of space to work with so that you can relax your back, relax your hips, palms facing up or facing down, in or out of mudra, whichever you prefer. Roll your shoulders in one direction, just beginning to feel what's going on there, feel the body and roll them in the other direction, observing, noticing what's going on in your body. Come to a straight, upright back, flow your awareness from the tip of your tailbone to the crown of your head. Stacking your hips, your waist, your shoulders, and the crown of your head in one beautiful long line of energy. And bring your focus to your breath, pulling your senses inwards towards your eyebrow center, and watching the flow of breath to enable and consolidate that beautiful uprightness of your spine, torso floating, released from gravity by the flow of energy upwards from the tailbone to the crown, tapping into that energy with your breath as you watch your breath and slow it down and come to your belly breath, diaphragmatic breathing, inhaling into the lower reaches of your lungs, exhaling through both nostrils. Diaphragm presses up again, full exhalation, deeper inhale, and continue to establish your belly breath. And with your next out breath, drop your chin to your chest. As you breathe out, you're pulling your belly muscles in, gently activating those muscles. And as you breathe in, you bring your crown back into alignment with the tip of your tailbone and keep going. Gently opening up to the back of the neck, the cervical spine. Let your head be heavy. Don't hold on to it. No pushing and no pulling. Just using the weight of the head to create that delicious stretch through the back of your neck. The last one. And then back to center. Relax those facial muscles. Bring a smile to your face. Lengthen your neck, taking your ears as far away from your shoulders as you can. Pull your elbows down, your shoulder blades down, and let your crown lift upwards. Then release the elbows, the shoulders. Inhale and exhaling, just tilting your head to the side. Right ear moves towards the right shoulder is stable. Nothing moves except for the head. And again, no pushing, no pulling. Inhale to center. The weight of the head determines the stretch. Bringing your focus, your inner eye, to watching mode and watch as you take your head from side to side, using your exhalation to relax into the stretch. Adding a gentle ujjayi breath, constricting the back of the throat, lengthening your exhale, and taking further control of your inhale. As you go from side to side now, start to turn your hand over as you move your head away from your shoulder, so that line of stretch comes from the crown of your head through your ear, side of your neck to your shoulder, all the way down to your fingers. You inhale to center and exhale to the other side. This tiny movement makes a difference to the stretch. Explore, understand, get to know your body. Get to know how to move safely at all times, showing yourself the care and consideration that you would show others. And come back to center. Hands face down on your knees, just gently supporting, elbows out to the side. Take a lovely inhale. Lift up your heart, and as you exhale, tilting forward, supporting the weight of your body, leading with the chest, and then inhale back up again. A couple more tilts, exhaling, lovely straight line from the tailbone to the crown. Exhaling, then inhale back up again. Another one, exhaling, and this time dropping your hands to the floor in front of you, taking hold of your opposite elbows and dropping your forehead onto your forearms. And breathe here. Flowing that breath now into the back part of your body, observing lower back, observing your rib cage, observing your upper glutes, your piriformis, noticing if there's any tension there, and gently releasing. Use your hands, inhale yourself back up, come back to your seat, your asana, and release your legs out in front of you. Bang them up and down on the floor, shake them from side to side a little bit, bring your hands alongside your hips, coming into your Dandasana, staff pose. Pull your toes in towards you, flexing into those feet, pressing away with your heels. Start to feel the stretch develop from your heels all the way along the back of your legs. Pull those toes in, pull, 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 and then stretch those toes out and scrunch them up. Open the toes and scrunch them, open and scrunch, open and scrunch. You can match this to a breath as you stretch them open. Inhale, and as you scrunch, exhale. A couple more times. Just focusing in on those toes. Good, then pulling in those toes again, both feet nicely flexed. Find that length from your tailbone to your crown. Lift up through the crown. Activate your thighs. Feel your legs beautifully strong, holding yourself with your legs. Feel the activation, the kneecaps pulling up. Feel that beautiful groundedness of your legs. And release. Take your weight behind you, supporting yourself, coming into what we call base position. And from here, point and flex. So using the breath, exhaling, point your feet away from you, inhaling, pull them back in. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, and then keeping those feet together, start to rotate into those ankles, deep rotations, 5 to 8 of those, and then change direction, 5 to 8 in the other direction, and then release. Come back up to your base pose. Keep your torso nice and straight. Activate your left leg, grounding yourself with the left and pulling your right thigh in towards you. Foot is flexed. And we inhale here, inhaling, straighten the leg, exhaling, keeping that leg straight, drop it almost to the floor, heel almost touches, and then inhale, pull it in, straighten with a flexed foot, exhale, your arms lengthen as they support the leg down, and keep going. A couple more. Waking up the back of your leg. And then pull it in, holding onto that thigh still. Start to circle your foot, still working into the knee. And you go first in one direction and then in the other, making as wide a circle as you can. Really working deep into that knee joint. Now from here, release the knee, hold on to the thigh and start to work into the hip. That outstretched leg remains rooted and stable. Your torso remains upright, steady, changing direction if you haven't already. Working deep into that hip socket, then pulling that knee in. Take hold of your ankle and guide your ankle to rest on your thigh. Ardha Titali, half butterfly, holding onto those toes. Tuck your elbow into your waist and just using your fingertips, gently push downwards, knee towards the floor, finding that movement and finding that heat building up deep into that hip socket. Healthy hips for a healthy life. Do about 50 to 100 of these. Building up the heat, really important as it warms and soothes and lubricates. Heat in that hip is going to enable us to sit for longer in our pranayama or meditation practice, or to sit for longer in front of a computer. If you're interested in knowing more, read in the description box, load of information there. And just releasing, release that leg, massage that knee. Nice circular motions going around the kneecap to the side and the back of the knee as well. Little bit of heat to that leg, saying hello, thank you very much, and working on the other side. Flex that right foot now, get yourself stable, get your torso upright, take hold of that left leg, supporting it, flexing the foot, and inhale. Stretch the back of the knee, exhale, let it down, just as we did on the other side. Using your ujjayi breath, a constriction in your throat to deepen the breath, to deepen your focus. Keeping our focus inwards, surveying our inner landscape. And release, and still holding on to that knee. You can hold it on with one foot. I quite like using two hands. I find that I can balance myself quite nicely. And change direction. Working into that knee joint every which way. And great, releasing that, coming into the hip work, pulling our awareness deep into that hip socket, visualizing the head of the femur, the thigh bone, nestling inside that hip joint, inside that socket, and visualize it moving around, gaining or recovering mobility, fluidity, and the like. Take hold of your heel, guide your ankle to your thigh, keeping that extended leg outstretched. Settle yourself, holding onto your toes, and with the other hand, lightly pressing down, bouncing that kneecap towards the ground and working deep into that hip socket. Torso beautifully upright, everything nice and steady, face is relaxed, smile on your face. These little warm-ups, absolutely crucial, fundamental. If you do nothing else every day, do a warm-up. And if you're interested in meditation, pranayama, breath work, please join us for a trial class. Everybody gets at least one session as a taster. And as you release this Ardha Titali, this half butterfly pose, release the foot and gently take your leg back to the floor, rubbing that kneecap with heat through that knee, saying hello to that leg. Hello, nice to see you, good to meet you. Thank you very much for all the hard work that you do for me. So, toes, ankles, knees, hips. We're going to keep going a little bit, but first of all, we're going to come back to our cross-legged position. And if you can remember which leg was on top or in front before, change the cross so that a different leg is in front. So if you're sitting with cross legs, change the cross of your foot, come back to your seated posture. Relax, take some deep breaths, flow those breaths up and down, and settle with your exhalation. Your exhalation allows you to repose, to relax. And by means of the breath, taking that message from the brain, from the mind, to the rest of the body, to release. So the legs, nice and warm now, should settle quite comfortably. Settle your breath. Hands to the knees and exhale, tilt forwards with a flat back and inhale, come up. Couple more of those. Exhaling, tilt forwards. Inhale, come up. Exhale, tilt forwards. And this time, take your hands in front of you, elbows to the floor, hands take opposite elbows and drop your forehead down. As we return to this recovery pose, we come back to our breath. We take note of the lower back. We take a few gentle breaths here. Into the back part of your body. Observing and very importantly using your out breath to relax, to release, to let go, using that ujjayi, constriction in your throat, to extend that out breath. And come back to your seat. Roll your shoulders. And settle. Pull your focus into your breath. This has been a warm-up courtesy of 8fold Yoga. We hope that you join us again soon, live or online. Get in touch, ask your questions. We are here to serve. Thank you very much. Peace, peace, and more peace.